Now, Nick, log into the live on TikTok. Huh?
Are you on TikTok live?
Did the new speaker thing work?
Yeah.
Was that the problem? What's up? Hey, TikTok. Right now we're about ready to film another episode of Bradvice. If you want to call in, what's the number, by the way? Did we post the number on there?
Yeah, it's on there.
Is it on the TikTok stream? Do people that are watching that see the number?
No.
Sure. Why don't you throw it up there? So now anyone on TikTok that wants to frickin' actually call in, because this is a live call-in show. That's the whole point of it. I'm going to give you guys tips, tricks, life, business, right on the fly. And again, guys, you're part of a beta test. Okay, we are coming out with a new show, which is advice-based call-in. So we're testing it while we're going live. Did you already go live? What are you doing, son?
No, I'm trying to pin the phone number in here. We're still live now.
Dude, you should be a TikTok expert. You're like 14.
Are you ready for the phone number, Nate?
What? Where do I
He's trying to figure out how to fucking make a comment or pin a comment. Nick, are you on the live?
Yeah, I just put the...
Okay, so again, you read out any questions. So right now I can take questions from commenters, but eventually, dude, we're going to post the number. They got to call in. I'm only going to talk to people on the phone. So, hey, on YouTube, is there anybody? Are we live on YouTube?
Yes.
Facebook?
We have a caller.
Good. Let's go to the caller. Daniel H. from St. James, Minnesota. Daniel, it's your lucky day, bro. Let's see if he's on. We took too long. Daniel, you frickin' didn't call back. All right, so you guys, there's
Yeah, Brad, what's up, buddy?
He is there. What's up? Who's this? Daniel?
Hey, yeah, Daniel.
What's going on, my man?
Hey, Brad, I got a quick question. I pre-ordered your the Hardway book way back in 2021, brother. I have yet to receive it.
That's called follow-up, bro. I can help you with that. All you have to do is, well, I don't want to say it publicly because we're streaming, because then everyone will do it and we'll get flooded with books. But how do I get your information? Is this your cell phone I'm looking at, ending in 0872?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ben, write that down. And let's get Maria to ship him out a signed book and a couple of T-shirts for having to wait so long. Dude, I don't know what happened. I know that I delayed the book launch for a while, and then after it launched, we shipped them all out. And then we just waited for anybody like you that called in and said they didn't get it. I'm just going to assume, that you're telling the truth. I ain't going to verify, and I'll ship you out a book. How's that?
Perfect, man.
Okay, but now that you're on the phone, do you got any questions? This is Bradvice, bro. It's a new show where I'm going to answer people's questions on the spot.
Nah, man. I don't really got it.
Relationship. It can be money. It can be frickin' life, business. How old are you?
25, Brad.
25. What do you do for a living?
Sell cell phones.
You sell cell phones?
Yep, for like Verizon.
Right on. Like at this Verizon store?
Yeah.
How you doing with that?
Pretty damn good, if I do say so myself.
Well, let's see if the viewing audience agrees. What'd you make last year?
Shit, like 70, if that. Maybe like 65.
65,000 is all you made last year?
Yeah.
That's not even 6 G's a month, big dog.
Yeah, that's true, big dog. That's true.
So how would you say you're killing it?
I'm going at it, putting in the repetition.
Oh, you mean you're working hard?
Yeah.
Well, listen, what's your goal?
Crack 6 figures.
Well, that's easy enough, but you might have to. I don't know. Is there anybody on your team right now that's making six figures selling cell phones?
Shockingly, yes, there is.
How many?
I mean, there was one dude in my team that was cracking six figures. Other than that, I don't know too many.
What is that dude doing that you're not doing?
Working longer hours
Okay, so why?
and just talking to more people.
You're damn right he is. He's talking to more people, and he's working more, and he's doing more, and he's probably a little better than you, isn't he? Or is he?
Yeah, he's been in the game a little bit longer.
So is he a little better, or isn't he?
He is.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If he's working more and he's a little better, using common sense, how do you think you could crack that six-figure mark?
Probably studying, going back on Lightspeed, going and doing your course again, because I bought your course back 3 years ago, and that's how I originally purchased your book. And that actually is what started me and excelled me to making quite a bit of money at Verizon.
Well, I was going to say, dude, you must not have took my course because you wouldn't be making 70 G's. You'd have known by now, like, hey, we got to sell something else. But if cell phones are your passion and you want to make that six figures, bro, all you got to do is figure out what the dude doing it is doing. And then when you just said, man, he's working longer hours. Okay, work longer hours. You're saying he's talking to more people. Okay, you need to talk to more people. So now the question is why aren't you if it's that easy?
It's a retail place. I know it's a limited self-belief, but it's depending on traffic. Like, I am trying to do like social media marketing, things like that, to try to incentivize people to come in.
So what was the answer?
Come again?
So what's the answer?
I guess.
Say it again.
I said that, I guess.
When you say that, what is that?
Well, working longer hours,
Dude,
studying, doing that.
Dude, you got to answer quicker. You're boring the audience. According to my polls here, they're saying go to the next caller. Like, dude, you got to answer quicker. You want some help or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so you want to make six figures, right?
Yep.
Okay, well
Yes,
then do
yes,
what the
yes.
fucking guy's doing that's making six figures. What's he doing? He's talking to more people. He's working longer hours. Okay, right? Do that. Now now I'm saying, why aren't you?
I'm not putting in enough work.
I know,
That's
dude.
literally what's going on.
You already said that. Why is the question?
I don't know why.
Here's why. Because somewhere deep down, subconsciously, you don't think you deserve anymore. You're basically making what you're worth to yourself. You don't think you're worth anymore, which is why you're accepting where you're at. If you didn't accept where you're at and you thought you were worth more money and you thought you deserve more, you'd have more. So what you have to do is you have to make the decision. Number one, are you worth any more than you're making? If your answer is yes, then I'd say, well, you're in sales, bro. You're only getting paid what you're worth, which means you're not worth anymore, which means now what are you going to do to be worth more? You got to fucking work, bro. You got to talk to more people. You got to put in the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the more hands you shake, the more money you make.
That's
like
right.
you say.
Dude, this dude's funny because like he just called in to talk about a lost book and now he's getting his fucking ass chewed out. Hey, but listen, dude, read the book. That'll help you too. We're going to go to the next caller. Hope you get some help, bro. But listen, all you got to do is go to the next level by maximizing the level you're on, dude. You're not even working the hours. You don't know why you're not working. You're not practicing. You're not drilling. You're not rehearsing. You got a scarcity-based mindset. You can already see your problems, correct?
Yep.
All right.
A mile away.
Then let's change them, big dog. I appreciate you calling in. We'll get you that book, that signed book. Sorry for the delay, and we'll talk soon. Let's go to the next caller.
Take it easy, Brad.
All right, peace.
Appreciate it.
Next caller, if they're still on. Oh, Tyson, is he still here? When you click talk,
Now he can talk.
Tyson, you there?
What's happening, big dog?
What's going on besides the mother
going-
effing rent?
Shit. Skills, that's what's going up because we're learning sales skills every single day. That's how I ran into your stream, brother.
All
I
right.
was looking up some sales,
Go
some sales, content, and then I saw you pop up, and I had to come say what's up and chime in.
Oh, what's going down, dude?
Dude, just working my tail off,
You ain't
man,
got-
trying
you ain't
to
got
grow
no-
the company.
You ain't got no fucking questions?
I got some questions.
Let's hear it.
I got some questions. So let's start off. Just for the youth out there, the young guns.
Oh, it's not for you. You're trying.
your
to,
opinion.
hey, hold on. Are you trying to serve me up wonderful questions for the viewing audience?
No, I'm actually trying to get some content for my sales guys because I told them to jump on. If I get on, they can hear this and they can hear from the master himself, Mr. Brad Lea.
All right, we'll just cut to the chase. Ask the question.
The question is, how important is role playing in today's sales skills? I know it's basic, but just how important is it, man? Like, I think that most people overlook
See,
role
he
playing
wants
and
to
training
answer
every
it
single day
himself.
in there in sales.
I'm waiting for you to finish answering your own question.
No. I'm just asking, like,
No, dude, you were
how
just
important is it?
I know, but you were just answering your own question, which you already know the answer. See, you're serving up a question. You already fucking know the answer, bro. The answer is it's very important. What you want me to do is reiterate to your team what you've already told them 100 times, which is, listen, guys, repetition, practice, and accountability is crucial for learning. There's 4 ingredients. Good content. You got to know the right way to do it in the first place. If you don't know the right way to do it in the first place, guys, you need good content. You need the right way to do it in the first place. Once you're like, okay, I got the good content, well, now you need repetition, practice, and accountability. Role playing is the practice. Role playing is what gets you better. It's what gets you more comfortable. It's what gets you like smoother. And the smoother you can come across and the more naturally you can come across, the more deals you're going to close. So do you want to sit there and learn something and then wait till you get a customer to try it out like a dipshit? No. What do you want to do? Well, you want to fucking role play and practice and get more comfortable with it and start, using it and becoming more comfortable. So obviously, Mr. Tyson, role play is very important. In fact,
Well, do you think that being a good salesman can stem into other areas of your life, like dating?
see again, dude, you
Getting good at
keep
sales will
serving
help you
shit
with
up
dating.
like softballs, Absolutely, Rob. That's a freaking wonderful point. If you can develop your sales skills in such a way that you can leverage them, you can get finer chicks with nicer butts, make more money. You can do all kinds of things. The power of sales leads into every area of your life. It's the most
That's a
wonderful.
good commercial, dude.
Listen to me. It's the most wonderful and valuable skill and asset you can acquire. Gentlemen, I can't recommend it enough. It'll bleed into every area of your life. Great question, Rob. What else do you want to know?
I love you, man. I want to call you and tell you I love you.
I know, but don't you have any real
And,
questions? Hey, Rob, don't you have any
yeah, I
real
have-
questions? Like you?
Yeah, like me, man.
Okay, you
I'm
have a
single.
question? Do you have a question?
Yeah.
What is
I'm
it?
single. I'm an entrepreneur. And I refuse to date anybody because I feel like I'm too focused on growing the company. What do you, and people are telling me, when are you going to date somebody? I'm like, dude, I don't want to date anybody. I want to date my business. Do you think there's anything wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that. But you can't fuck your business.
It's true.
That's called...
That's true, dude.
Well, I know. At least you don't want to. You can fuck your business all right, but not in the way you were talking about. So if I were you, if you're asking me my advice, which is what you should be doing, because this is Bradvice. My
Yes,
advice
sir.
my advice would be Number one, quit worrying about what everybody else thinks. Who gives a shit? Okay, who cares what they're saying and what they think and why, if they think you're weird. Because again, I mean, I follow you on social media, dude. You're a little bit weird. You're a little bit weird. But isn't everybody? Everybody's a little bit weird.
So.
All right, so who cares if they think you're weird? So do I. So does everybody. Okay, that's irrelevant. What is relevant? Well, how do you feel? Well, dude, you sound like you want to grow a business. You're not interested in getting laid. Like, let me grow this damn business and then I'll get all the frickin', females later, or I'll find my wife later, or whatever it is your goals are. And you're saying, is there anything wrong with that? Again, dude, what you're seeking right now is validation from somebody else because you can't seem to validate yourself. Why would you ask me that question if you already know the answer, which is, again, dude, there's nothing wrong with focusing on your business. In fact, most people should do more of that. There's too many dudes out there chasing the tail, and that's why they're going to fail. Chase the tail and fail. But you can do both, right? But to what degree? Well, dude, if I were you, I wouldn't be chasing tail. If I'm a young man nowadays in this world, I wouldn't be chasing tail at all. Okay? They'd be chasing me for sure, but I wouldn't be chasing any of it. I might stop and accept some here and there, but I'd be focused. I wouldn't be chasing it. That's for damn sure. I'd be attracting it. How? By being focused on a bigger mission, by being one of those badasses that don't really give a rat's ass, because it seems like that's what attracts people the most is the people that have no interest in them for some reason is who they're interested in. So when you're focused on your business and you have no interest in dating or females, dude, the females will come out of the woodwork. You'll start noticing them everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you sit there and make it a big thing, if you make it a big thing like, damn it, I'm going to decide never to touch a female until I've reached a certain level. Now you're taking it too far. Like, why don't you just fucking go focus on your business, not worry about what everybody thinks, and if somebody wants to throw some your way and it happens to be convenient, well, then do it. But again, if you're like, well, I'm religious, Brad, and I don't believe until we're married, then I didn't know that information. With that information, I'd say, dude, just focus on your business. Don't worry about it. And every time someone tries to give you some, all you have to do is look at them, okay? Put your lips like a fish and just start making loud smooch sounds, and they'll go away. Could you do that?
Thank you, sir.
Hey, but listen.
I think I can do that, man.
Hey, but listen, I appreciate you calling in to support your boy. These softball questions.
Absolutely, man.
Dude,
I appreciate you.
Hey, listen, Rob, viewers are going to know, oh, he's just lobbing up questions so Brad can give some fucking perfect answers. Dude, this show's more about people call in with real problems and need real advice on the spot, but they got to call in. Everybody else in the comments, they can ask some questions. I got people reading comments. If there's a real good question in the comments, maybe we'll take a viewer. But I want to talk to callers. So if you guys don't see the phone number, it should be posted. What's the phone number out loud? Is that what it is?
347-252.
Hold on. It's 347-252-6364 if you want to talk to me. Rob, we'll talk to you later, bud. Good luck on the hunt.
10-4, dog.
Later.
See you, man.
I'm making people wait too long. These are like 8-minute calls. Let's try to get down to like 3 minutes. Michael Angelo, Farmington. Come on, hit talk. Michael, you there? Oh, yeah, my guy's slow. Who's doing that, you?
Yeah, hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, Mike?
Good things, man. It's I've been following you for a couple of years. I watch at least one of your videos probably at least once, or I mean at least like 2 or 3 times like a week, man. And this is incredible, man. Thank you for letting me on. I had a quick question about I have some real estate. I own 6 single-family residential units. I have a home healthcare business. I'm partners in a small Italian little mom and pop shop bistro. We got the best pizza around. But my question is for like I just learned about these over the past year. I have not researched a lot at all, but they're called the DSCR loans, debt service credit ratio loans. I'm wondering if you like do those, or if you could recommend a company that's legitimate that would be able to, because that's what I'm looking into. I'm looking at some multi-unit buildings now. That's my next big thing. I want to get into I'm looking at a 14-unit building right now. So.
Well, that's awesome, buddy. So what's your question? Will I loan you money based on the DSCR model?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what I will do.
Yeah, man. I mean,
I'll tell you what I will do. I'll tell you to go to realmoneylending.com. That's real, like me. Real money, like me. Money. Lending.com. Fill that out. And dude, I'll have up to, $500,000 in your bank account tomorrow. I might even go to $1 million, but again, I don't usually. I can have your money in quick, but you got to fill out that app. Otherwise, I don't know nothing.
Okay, realmoneylending.com.
Realmoneylending.com, big champ. Let me see if I can loan it to you.
Man, praise God, dude. That's awesome. Well, God bless you, Brad. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for letting me in.
Like you, bro. Likewise. Appreciate you, man.
Yep, thanks. Thanks.
Sean Zhu, hit talk. I'll take one. Sean Zhu. Why does it take you so long? Am I seeing a delay? Sean, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Brad, what's up? We talked before.
Oh, when did we talk last time?
I'm the guy who started a sales coaching business and you set up a call with on the next.
Right on. What's your question?
Yeah, so basically, I started the business and we've been doing pretty good. We got a few clients, and I just want to ask you, I've kind of had a mix of clients. So some of them are super passionate. They want to put the work in and everything. But I have some clients who they pay me, but they just don't put in the work with. They just don't put in the work.
Yeah. Well, welcome to life.
What? Yeah, I just don't know what to do with them.
Well, dude, I wouldn't worry too much. Okay. I tell people this all the time. I can save you from drowning, but you got to swim towards me. You know what that means?
Yeah, it's they want the help, they have to put in the work.
Yeah, dude, I bought a treadmill, dude, and the salesman didn't come over to my house every day to make sure I was on it. Okay? That's my responsibility. Your job is to give them the information and the resources and the training and the knowledge and the advice to follow. It's their job to follow it. There's nothing you can do to make anyone do that. The information you give them will cause them to. If they don't do it, bro, there's nothing you can do unless you want to go to jail.
The only problem is just it's a mentorship, right? So it's not I didn't just sell them a course or anything there's no videos, right? So it's supposed to be one-on-one help, and they're entitled to a certain amount of calls every week with me.
Yeah.
But I have this one specific client where I told him, hey, send me 5 of your role plays every day, and based on that, we're going to see how we can help you improve. Every year you paid me for everything. And I just don't know what to do with the guy.
What do you mean?
I can't drop him because he paid me.
Dude, listen, yes you can, and yes you can. But let me make sure I heard what you just said. You told him to do something, he hasn't done that yet, right?
Right, and he's telling me,
hey, you keep fucking adding shit, dude, and we keep going down other rabbit holes. Let's stop one at a time and plug the hole first. You told the dude to send you role plays, correct?
Right.
And he did not do that, correct?
No.
Okay, until he does that, there's nothing to do. Move on. Talk to someone else. Tell someone else to do some shit. Dude, if no one's listening, stop talking. That's rule number 1. Number 2, you already told him what to do. Now, again, you want to be courteous and follow up. Send him a reminder. But, dude, there is nothing more to do until he responds and does what you told him to do. Correct?
All right. No, I see what you're saying.
Okay, so you don't have to drop him, dude. Just wait until he returns. If he never returns, that's great. And when he returns with a complaint, what, are you not following up? Say, oh, I apologize. Let me give you some more consulting and training. You got to take responsibility for your own actions. You got to be responsible for your own follow-up. I'm just going to give you information. You got to actually execute. So write that down. Take that note. You got that? Okay, good. Now, moving forward. Have you done what I told you? No? All right, call me when you do. Well, I want to know,
sure.
Guys, call me when you do. In other words, dude, you don't need to drop them. They need to follow instruction, and if they can't, the instruction stops until they do.
Right. No, absolutely. That 100% makes sense. It's like if they're not
That's
swimming towards
right.
me, I
That's
can't save them
right.
from drowning. Right. I also have another question. So if in
Hey,
terms of
hey,
just, like, my
you got to
current
put
situation,
another
like,
$20 in the slot, dude. It was one question only.
oh, it's only one question. All right. It's all good.
I know, but if
Thank
you,
appreciate
hey,
it.
Sean, I'll give you one more question, but you got to make it quick. What's the question?
Okay. Basically just how do I get to 100K a month in my coaching business?
Well, how much do you charge?
I charge 4,000 per client.
Okay, well then, if you charge 4,000 a client and you're trying to get to 100K a month, how many do you think? How many clients do you need to get?
25, but like the more technical side, like in terms of
Blah
content,
blah blah blah
they see
blah
hopefully
blah
what you're
blah
doing with.
blah 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 blah. See what I mean? Like, dude, you asked the question and now you want to fucking not listen.
Yeah.
Pay attention, Sean. I'm going to make you a lot of money right now. You want to get to 100,000 a month, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want the answer, or do you want me? Do you want to debate what I'm about to say?
I want that.
Because by the way, dude, if I made 100 grand a month, I'd be bankrupt. So if you ever want to do something, here's the hack. Here's the secret. You find someone who's already done it. You ask them what they did. You listen, and then you do what they tell you, or you do what they did, and then likely you'll get what they got. So at $100,000, you got to do the math. People don't understand. It's just a math. You back into it. I want to make $100,000. Okay, so for example, can I get 100 people to give me $1,000 a month? For what? For whatever. Can you get 100 people to give you $1,000 a month? In your case, for coaching. If the answer is no, I can't get that much. I haven't built my credibility. Nobody knows who I am yet. Okay, can you get 1,000 people to give you a fucking dollar or $100? You go, yeah, well, there's 100 grand a month. So you need 1,000 people to give you $100. You need 100 people to give you $1,000. You can get 10 people to give you $10,000, or you can get 100,000 people to give you $1. Now, one of those has got to be worth your coaching. Which one is it?
You're absolutely right.
What are you charging? You charge 4,000 to coach them, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, if you already know that and that's been established, are people paying it?
Yeah.
Okay, because if people are paying it, then you know, it's sellable. So now you know, $4,000. I need how many clients? 25.
25.
You need 25 clients. Right. How many do you have? Quickly.
Yeah. No, 100%.
How many do you have?
Oh, I have 4.
Okay, you have 4. So how did you get those 4, by the way?
Just posting YouTube content.
Okay, so post more YouTube content. Why? Because it already worked. Okay, so keep posting more. You want to do more now. How much did you post?
I have 4 videos.
Okay, so if you want to have 4 times the traffic, which is, you're looking for 6 times the traffic, how many more videos do you think you should post? 6 times the videos that you posted, right?
24.
And you hope it scales. So now you do more, you post more, you'll get more leads, you'll close more deals, and you'll make your 100 grand. Now the question is why aren't you? The question is how? It might be, what's the best way? There might be a million other questions I can help you with. But dude, that's the answer. How do you make $100,000 a month in coaching? You sell 25 people a $4,000 course. I don't even know if it's 4,000. 10 is 40, 20, 80. So if you've got 4, bro, and you know exactly how you got those 4, right? Back in the math and say, what do I need to do now to get 6 times what I already got? The answer, I promise you, will be do 6 times more than you've already done. And by the way, if you're like, well, that took 6 months. Well, then, bro, it might take 4 times 6 months. I mean, all you have to do to get your 100,000 is figure out what you did to get your 16,000. Because right now you're at 16 grand, aren't you?
Yeah.
Did they all pay 4 Gs?
Well, I mean, the beginning ones, like the first people paid like 2, and then I started raising the price when more people started taking it.
All right, well, listen, dude, we're past my time limit, and plus this is getting borderline fucking business coaching. Shit, dude, you should just fucking I should charge your ass for this. But listen, dude, if you got 4, you can get 6 times more than that by just simply doing 6 to 10 times more than you've done. So that's a plan, a backup plan. If you want to get creative and think of new ways of getting customers, new ways of doing things, do you go live on social media?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't have a big Instagram page.
Okay.
It's literally just YouTube videos.
See, you don't even have an Instagram page, dude. Start with that. Go get Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. Get them all. If you're not there, there's no reason for not being there. And then just up what you've been doing all right, and then call me next time I do one of these, and we'll do a follow-up with you.
Oh, thank you, Brad.
All right, bro. Peace. Hey, we got to cut these down quicker. I keep going too long.
There's a timer.
I know. I can see it. There's a timer on that, but it's just I keep talking. I got to quit that. All right, let's go. Let's go with Xavier.
I'll set a loud alarm.
Hey, Brad, can you hear me?
I can. What's cracking?
No, I don't.
Hey, not much, man. Calling you from South Carolina. Hey, I want to start with I appreciate you taking my call, man. It means a lot. I'm a big follower of the podcast. I listen to it. Every time you put a new episode out, I'm in door-to-door sales. One of the latest ones you did with Jerry Acuff, man, I'm listening to that every single day to start my day each day on the door. So I appreciate that.
Well, Jerry
my
Acuff's
question-
stud.
Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
Yes, sir. Don't be so
Yes, sir.
polite.
Yes. Yeah. So my question to you is, I'll make it quick. So,
Okay.
all right. So I'm door-to-door sales. I'm 35 years old, married 7 years. I've got
Is your name Xavier?
5. Yeah, it is.
Well, Xavier, you're telling me a story when I'm looking for a question.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
No. Don't want a story. I just want a question. What's the question? Then I'll figure out the story.
All right. So I'm in door-to-door sales.
You already
in
said
alarm
that.
sales,
What's your question?
Yep, alarms. And so my question
You
is,
ready?
I'm also licensed in insurance, so life insurance and all, actually
You
with
ready?
FFL with Sean Knight. And so my question is, should I keep pounding the doors day to day with alarm sales, or should I just jump full-fledged into life insurance where there's residual income, all that good stuff there?
Well, listen, the RR on a Rolls-Royce headrest doesn't stand for Rolls-Royce like people think it does. It actually stands for recurring revenue. So anytime there's recurring revenue involved, I would highly advise putting more focus into that, because the more money and time and effort that you focus on things that are recurring revenue based, the bigger the return is over the future. Now, if you have multiple kids and you have bills to pay, my answer might be different. Why? Well, because you might need to stick with what you're doing to pay the damn bills, because you always need a stable table to operate from. A lot of people give up their sure thing for a maybe thing, and then the maybe thing goes south and they get scared and they crash, and then they run back to the sure thing, and then what happens? They get their job back. Okay, so you got to ask yourself, like, what's the worst that can happen from taking a chance? What's the worst that can happen? You go get your fucking job back. Okay,
Right,
well,
right.
fuck, you're there now. Well, so what's the worst that can happen? Nothing?
Yeah.
What are you afraid of happening then? Nothing?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
to answer your question, dude, what hold on. My team's trying to do something. What's that mean?
3 minutes ago.
Guys, I am aware of the time. You listening, Xavier?
I hear you loud and clear, Brad.
All right, listen to me real quick. So, if your question is, should I go full time into this that I'm not sure about, or stay where I'm sure? Isn't that really what you want to know?
Yeah, basically.
Oh.
I mean, like I said, I
See?
do sell life insurance.
By the way, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good. So this is my receiver. I can mute and I can do whatever I
I
want
can
to
hear.
do. All right, good. I wonder if live can hear you, even though I mute. So, dude, do you have kids?
I do.
Do you have to
Yep,
pay
I've got
bills?
5 kids. Absolutely.
How much money do you have in the bank? Can you last 6 months without a dime coming in?
Yeah, because I live below my means, so I could.
That's very smart.
If I
But
need.
that's very smart that you live below your means. But let me ask you a question: can you survive 6 months with nothing coming in?
From what I have in the bank, from where my bills are, I could if we needed to.
Well, then I would not worry so much about quitting what you got going on to put more time into what you really want to do.
Okay.
Now, again, that's because you have 6 months worth of bills, bro. And if in 6 months this shit ain't working out, stop. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because, dude, I've seen people do massive shit in 6 months in the insurance space. That's why I started. That's why I started my insurance. Are you with Real Financial?
No, I'm
Hey.
actually with. It's with FFL. It's Living Hope.
Well, again,
It was before you did yours. I wish I
That's
would have
all
been under yours.
that's all right.
Yeah.
Well. At the end of the day, we've shown people how to make a ton of money. I got people doing 50, 100 grand a month. Okay, how much you make last year with your life insurance license?
Well, my main focus is the alarm. So there, I was right at 150,000 last year.
Yeah, but that's alarms, dude. We're talking about insurance.
Yeah, correct. My question was, should I stick with pounding the doors day to day? But with the insurance, I mean,
How much
I
did
didn't
you
really
make?
do much.
How much did you make for insurance?
Maybe 10 grand for the whole year.
And how many hours did you put into it?
Not much, because it was only 10 grand.
Well, it's only 10 grand because you didn't put much into it. The question is how much did you put in and make 10 grand? In other words, what if you only spent an hour and you made 10 grand? What if you'd have spent 40 hours? Well, then you'd have made 300 grand. Well, then I would say quit the alarm shit.
Right.
Does the alarm pay residual?
It's not, and that's where I'm kind of that's why it's always the question. In the back of my head, it's like it's just you eat what you kill.
See,
so
people eventually just want to shoot
that
the shit with me
and all
because
there.
they want these stories, but
and
it kills
it's
the
not
time.
Residual. So that's my whole.
I got you.
That's why I've always. Yeah.
Well, I got you. Well, dude, if I were you, I wouldn't lean too hard into the life insurance because it sounds like you're a little bit scared of that. So just stick your toe in and be nice and slow. Don't be too freaking risky, Xavier. Damn, you might end up right back where you are.
Well, I appreciate it, Brad. It was a pleasure talking with you, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate you answering my question. Means a lot, man.
Likewise, buddy. I appreciate the follow, and man, if I can help you out, make sure you shoot me a DM. Look, rooting for you, buddy. See ya.
Hey, appreciate you, Brad.
That's what I do. Now hit talk for Ethan Smith real quick.
Yeah, you just gotta patch him through the queue.
Ethan,
How's it going, Brad?
what's up, buddy? How long do you have to wait to get through?
In the last 3 callers, I think.
Dag. I need to hurry these up so we don't have a lot of time. What can I do for you, my man? What's up, Ethan?
I'll drop it for you quick. I live in West Virginia, so I want to do a house trailer park on a piece of land that I found about a little over 5 acres that they want $35,000 for.
Yep.
What's the best way to get financed on that?
Well, again, I mean, you can raise $35,000 fairly easily. For 5 acres of land, where's the property? Where's the location? Where's the deal? Do you have this in writing or no?
No, it's a piece of land that I found that's for sale. It's got.
Do you know how to raise money?
Run up to it.
Hey, you know how to raise money?
I've got money.
Well, then what do you need $35,000 for?
I don't need the $35,000. I want to get financed to do the rest of it.
Oh, you mean
put some trailers in there. I want to get up to 20. Obviously, I'm not going to get that right off the bat. But that'll be the end goal for that piece of property.
so it'll fit 20? What's the money you're trying to raise for?
To buy the house trailers and put in all the utilities to those trailers.
Do you have that?
And then I also have empty lots that people can move their house trailers on and just charge them lot rent.
Do you have all of that on in writing in a business plan?
No.
Okay, well, I'd start with putting together a business plan so you know how much money you need.
All right. But so I guess the best, what I'm asking is, from what I've decided, I think it's better to get like hard money lenders rather than going to a bank.
See, now it's totally changing. Oh, you want to know whether it's a hard money lending is better than a bank?
Yeah, like what would be the best way to finance the money I need to finish it?
Well, the best way to finance the money would be from a friend or family that loans you the money at no interest.
I mean, yeah, that'd definitely be the best way, right?
Right.
But that's not going to happen. I got more money than anybody in my family. I'm
Gotcha.
35.
Yeah, so what you want is advice as to where to go now. Well, again, dude, I mean, I'll loan you the money. I'd say send me the business plan. So you got to figure out how much money you need, right? And then the business plan, will give out projections as well, and then that will be able to lend whether or not hard money or institution money is the way you should go. And by the way, it doesn't matter whether it's hard or from a bank. At the end of the day, what are the terms? Because when you say, what's my best possible scenario? Well, what are the terms? Do you even have anyone that'll loan it to you hard? Do you even know how much you need?
I'm going to need an additional.
You're still guessing?
Probably $250.
You're guessing, right?
No, I did the calculations on it, and
okay. How much have you
like 230?
How much have you allocated to buy the unit itself?
I've got the money to buy the land.
I didn't say the land. The unit. You need 20 units to put on the land, correct?
Yes.
You probably need some sort of clubhouse or fucking community shithole. Maybe a pool. You know, you're building a trailer park, yeah?
Yeah, it's in West Virginia. A pool would be too nice.
Dude, West Virginia is just as good as frickin' Tennessee, just as good as frickin', New York. At the end of the day, it's a trailer park. So you got the land, right? You got the money for the land. Yep. That's beautiful, because if you have the money for the land, to get a loan to develop is easier. Again, you got to go down to your county and you got to figure out where it's zoned. Are you even allowed to put a trailer park there? There's steps that you do, but I'm just jumping through them because I want to give you the gist. The gist is now you need to raise money for the units and the construction or the development that you need to put into the property to make it rentable, correct?
Yep, I went through and checked everything out. I can absolutely put trailers in there.
How many?
I can put way more than 20 on 5 acres.
Dude, hey, listen, Ethan, only because I'm 1 minute over. The questions that you have, I already answered. But I think what you really want to know is what to do literally the whole way through. Because when you say what's better, hard money loan or a bank, it's what's the terms? What are the terms? It doesn't matter if it's hard money, bank money, doesn't matter. What are the terms? You don't know the terms. Well, then how do I tell you which one's better?
The terms to a bank suck.
It's better to go with the right terms. I don't care if it's hard money lending or not.
All right.
Ethan,
if I lend you, place to go for hard money lending?
See, again, that's a whole nother fucking question, bro. You're hilarious, dude. If this were a slot machine, you'd be arrested for slot fraud. I can put you in touch with some hard money lenders. I'm a hard money lender. You want me to lend you some money?
All right, so I'll get it all put together. You tell me where to send it for you to look at.
Send it to my email, brad@lightspeedvt.com.
All right. Is that on your link tree on your profile page?
I don't think so. But I just said it. You want me to say it again?
Yep.
Brad.
I can get it. You've got it somewhere. Surely you've got it on your website.
Go to brad@bradlea.com. You can't forget that, right? brad@bradlea.com. Yep. Send it there. Make some Yeah, put some details in there, bro. Maybe I'll be your hard money lender.
I'll put the whole details together and I will send it to you.
Yeah, and if I'm not interested, I'll send it to other hard money lenders. We'll shop it around. Fuck, we'll put it on, what's that
Beautiful.
website called? Rocket Mortgage. We'll see what we can do.
That's more what I guess I was after.
Yee, dog, should have said that 8 minutes ago. Next caller. Talky talk. John.
Hey, Brad, how you doing?
Good, buddy. Everybody before you cost you, because now I only have 2 minutes a caller. What's your question?
My question is short and simple. What are your thoughts on using AI automated sales calls to set sales calls versus just traditional real people?
I would say that, again, AI is going to allow you to create more volume than ever before, but less personalization. So if it were up to me and I had an AI bot that could make all the calls for me and set my appointments for me, and the AI bot could call 10,000 people, right, and set me 2,000 appointments, versus the individual that I would have to hire and wait for them to call manually all those people.
Right.
It's not going to make sense to have a human being make the call.
Do you have anyone in mind that's good, that's reputable, that I can talk with, that's trustworthy to work with?
That will set AI appointments for you?
Right. Yeah. 'Cause we've got,
Yes, I do.
We don't
I
have
know
we don't
several.
have a lead problem. We have a conversion problem. I need leads into sales calls.
Yes, I can help you with that. Email me again, Brad at bradlea.com, LEA.com. And I'll get you some people that will help you convert leads. So you got all the leads in the world, you just need to convert them.
Well, more, for what we can handle, we get about, between 50 and 100 warm leads a day through some Facebook ads. We just don't have the manpower to do anything with them.
So why are you asking me about AI setting appointments?
So we could take like closing calls. It's like, okay, do we try to set appointments for closing, or I just want to find a more efficient way to get people like on a true real sales call.
To get people, you say that again?
I'm looking for a way to get people like on a real sales call. So the one lead,
all right, so
they opt in, right?
I follow you. Hey, I'm quick, John. You don't have to explain much to me, and I'll still get it. Like right now, what you're saying is you got a bunch of inbound potential leads. You have names.
Correct.
So the answer would go back to AI. It's easier to get those AI to weed through those names and find more qualified people that you can then get on the phone with or book a call with, because what you want is to talk to real customers, not a bunch of jack-offs.
100%.
Yeah, and you got about, let's say, whether it's 100 leads or 1,000 leads, like you said, I can get all the leads I want. Well, again, that's because leads are just potential. You're saying there's a bunch of potential. How do I get to the meat? How do I get to the buyers? How do I weed through the dipshits? How do I get rid of the frickin' looky-loos and the unqualified and the bad credit? We call them roaches. And right now, if you're upset because you got called a roach, well, then fix your credit, roach. Anyway, I can't do business with this type and this type and this type. So all I really need out of those leads are these types. Should I use AI or just call? Well, again, the answer to me is always both. If AI can call every single lead in split seconds, so you don't have any to call because you're so busy talking to the leads it identified, well, then I wouldn't ever call. I would set AI on the leads and turn them into qualified leads. And once they're qualified leads, I would set up an automation to where they book a call on my calendar. And then I would set up a human being, a virtual assistant, to call and confirm to increase my show rate to that booked call. And then when they jump on the booked call, I'd close them like they were going out of style. And then if I could scale that, I would go. Now, eventually, I believe that AI will eventually go from A to Z, which means Now you just have AI closing the deal also.
That'll be wild. I don't know if I like that. That's kind of erases the money I used from Jeremy Minor that you hooked me on to.
Yeah,
but,
well.
But I'm okay. Whatever
Shit
works.
changes. I used to, you know, be amazed at certain things, and now I think it's stupid. You know, I used to remember when a magician did some bullshit until I figured out it was a fake thumb, and now it's like the fun's gone. It's a fake thumb. There's no magic. This is the same thing. Like, damn, dude, I was a badass salesperson, and then I wasn't needed because AI became the best salesperson anyone could ever talk to. Well, then guess what? I'm going to become a badass salesperson of AI. And then soon as AI sells itself, well, then I'm going to be a badass person at something else, because I'm going to keep evolving, bro, and so should you. But right now, it sounds like you have a sifting problem, and I would highly recommend AI to sift through your people. You know what I mean? AI can do it quicker.
I can email you, and y'all can help me out.
Well, I can help you out with a couple of things, but yeah, I can help you out. Shoot me an email, Brad at bradlea.com. All right, buddy, peace out. Let's go to one more. How many we got? How many in queue? Let's stop taking them. Terminated calls. Let's go with hold on, let me pick one. Oh, go ahead. Click. Who am I talking to? Hogan?
What's up, Brad?
What's up, Hogan?
All right, I'll be quick. I got 2 questions. So I'm young. I got running my business. I got a life question and sales question. So basically, I just want to know how important is it to like truly go all in on your business and kind of set yourself apart, because I'm already pretty much all the way there, and I feel like even on the ups and downs of business, if I'm staying dialed in, staying locked in, it's just on the up the entire way. So what do you think about that?
Well, again, bro, I mean, honestly, you're asking me how important is it to go all in? That's your question.
Or, I mean, I don't know. I'm not asking these questions. Basically, just even like on the highs and lows of business, just like staying consistent, staying dialed. Like, how important is that?
How important is it to stay what?
Stay consistent and staying dialed.
I know, but dude, listen to what you're saying. Do you really need for me to answer that?
I know. I just wanted to. You know what I mean, Brad? Like,
I know, but that's like saying, hey, Brad, how important is it that I wipe my ass when I'm done taking a shit? You know, it's pretty important, bro. Like, what do you mean? How important is it to stay consistent?
Let me go to my other question. I got you.
Hey, Brad, how important is it to stay consistent and be a good person and make money? What you're looking for, bro, is you already know the answer. What you want is validation. Yeah. And dude, let me give it to you. Dude, it's fucking important, right? You got to be a beast. You got to focus. You got to fucking go all in. Now, again, I don't really believe what I just said. Why? Because, dude, you can half-ass something and still succeed. There's newsflash for everybody watching. You can half-ass something and still succeed. How do you know? Because I've done it. I still do it. I succeed sometimes in spite of myself. I'm just a lucky son of a bitch. So at the end of the day, I've half-assed a bunch of shit and won. But did I win as big as I could have had I went all in? No. Could I have done better in the less amount of time? Absolutely. Should I have went all in? Well, again, depends on the situation, bro. Not if I'd have missed my fucking daddy-daughter dance. Like, no, I'm not. To me, that's too far in. Okay, there's all in, and then there's too far in. You missing your kids' experiences, you're too far in. How do I know that? Because I've missed kids' experiences, and now when I look back, I go, man, I could have probably fucking went to that soccer game any damn way. Now, in some cases, I didn't. I sacrificed a soccer game, let's say, and guess what? I'm glad I did. Why? Because now I'm in a position where I can actually help my kids. Back then, what am I going to help with? Changing a shitty diaper? Okay, I'm not a very good diaper changer. Okay, I can be gone when they're shitting in their pants as long as I'm there when they're fucking now they need me as a more financial help and adult help, because that's where kids really need you. But at the end of the day, I'm going to get a million people arguing about this because, again, that's a matter of opinion. I don't believe that I need to be at home changing diapers and sitting there gazing into my child's eyes when they're 2 years old shitting in their pants. Like, that's what moms are for. Moms do that. How do you know? Well, because, dude, they got the feeding bags attached to them. So you know that by nature, women are supposed to be the ones nurturing babies. How do you know? I just told you. Okay? And by the way, for social media, yes, social media. Women, again, I didn't make this up. I think God did. But women have nurturing mechanisms attached. Guys don't. Okay? We don't. Okay, why not? Well, because we're not supposed to take care of them little things. You are. Anyway, back to you, Hogan. What's your question? What's your question?
All right, the other one. I know you're good at sales. Basically, my business, it's kind of a competitive market. It's the moving industry. So, I mean, I do a lot of stuff that sets me apart, but on these phone calls, the biggest objective is, like, people will have, like, multiple quotes to shop around. Is there something I should be, I'm already connected pretty good with these people. Is there something I should be doing, could be doing on my phone calls to kind of be, like, closing the call, or should I just be following up more? Like, what would be something
Both.
good to just, like, give that?
All the above. Again, there's stuff you could be saying on the call where you can close more calls on the first call. You should be following up more.
Absolutely.
You should definitely be following up more. Most salespeople are not following up at all, which is why they miss a lot of their business. Some customers need 6 to 7 touches, and times you talk to them before they ever even make a purchasing decision. So follow-up's critical. But dude, like, if I'm in the moving business, when I talk to somebody on the phone, I'm going to try to do whatever I can to close the deal while I'm on the phone. Why?
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, dude, that's you need to turn into a closer. What objection would somebody have to your fucking offer? Like, I'm moving. I need a truck and I need some people to come help me move. And I call you, and what do I say? Let me go get about 6 bids first. What's your biggest objection?
My biggest objection is like, I'm still calling around and come more closer. I need to.
Okay, so if someone says
the main, honestly, I need to look at a couple more quotes. That's like the biggest one.
Okay, I need to do a couple more quotes. Okay, so if you said that to me, my question is going to be, out of curiosity, are you looking for the cheapest company or the best company? Out of curiosity, are you looking for the cheapest or the best?
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Well, which one are you looking for? Because
best, obviously.
Well, again, I'm the best. No other quote's going to tell you anything. Guys, if you hire the wrong moving company, you could ruin a precious vase or a family heirloom, or you could have scratches in a thing that'll never be replaced, or so many bad things can happen that you can't even start to quantify how much money it's going to cost you not to do business with my moving company. Dude, my moving company, they should call White Glove. Even though it's not, it's called frickin', Hogan's Heroes. It should have been called White Glove. It should have been called the only fucking company on the planet, is what it should have been called, because I am the only company that will move you and get you where you're going unscuffed, unscathed. And if it means a couple of more dollars, are you really going to be that upset that all your shit was transferred perfectly? Or do you believe that there's some massive swing in estimates in this industry? Like, guys, if I'm telling you it's 900 to move, what are you trying to do? Get it done for 800? What are you trying to do? Save money or get the job done correctly? Would you rather save $100 and fuck up your piano? Or would you rather fucking spend $100 and have your shit arrive safely? Like, guys, we're talking about moving. We're talking about time. How much do you value time? How much time is it going to take you to go get 3 more stupid-ass moving quotes? You got the best mover on the motherfucking phone, G.
Oh, it's gold, man. You look like it's going to put some money in the bank, sure, you said. Yeah, I got one more quick question.
Nope. You're out of questions, Chief. Next caller.
Please.
Hey, Colton, let's go. Colton.
Hey, what's up, Brad?
What's going on, buddy?
How you doing?
Dude,
I saw the show on my YouTube recommendations, and I thought I should call in. I met you at the resort I work at a few weeks, or I think it was a week ago.
oh
And
yeah?
you left me a super good tip. So I wanted to thank you for that.
What do you mean?
I was serving you
Serving me where?
at the Montage Resort,
In Cabo or Laguna or where?
Laguna Beach.
Oh, well, shit. You're welcome. Thanks for calling in. Tell me. You got a question?
Yeah, I did have a question. I trade stocks in futures every morning. I was wondering at what point should I reach in my income from that? Do I leave the service industry and just purely pursue that?
Well, dude, I mean, that's obviously a personal choice, but my recommendation without having much information would be you pursue it full time when it's costing you more not to. Like, in other words, if I'm going to the Montage and I'm making $500 and I'm losing $5,000 because I'm not fucking with my trading, well then, dude, it's time to quit the Montage and go trade full time. But if you know, if going to the Montage you make $500 and trading you make $50, well then it's not time yet.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, time is what's valuable, and time is really what you're looking to you know, maximize. So you're going to go give an hour. You can give it to trading, or you can give it to the Montage. What's going to pay you more? What's going to pay a higher return on that time? And then you already know the answer. If I asked you that right now, what would you say?
Always trading.
Okay, well then it's time.
Right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey,
That makes perfect sense.
and listen, Colton, don't be afraid, because what if you're wrong? What if
Well, if I'm wrong, I go get another job,
Bing.
possibly a better one.
Those are a dime a dozen, bro.
Yeah.
But if you're right, yee dog. Now you're rolling.
Exactly.
And by the way, dude, it is possible for you to be right, just like it's possible for you to be wrong. Everybody always wants to focus on the what if I lose, what if I fail? Who gives a shit? What if you stay the same? What if you're working at the Montage when you're 74?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Appreciate you calling in. Hope
All
that
right, I
helps.
appreciate it.
All right, man. Be cool. Where's my man
Bye.
that drops calls? Would Ben have to take a shit out of the blue? He hung up himself.
Yeah, we have TikTok questions.
Let's see. Let's go to a comment. Take a few commenters if you want. TikTok questions. Go ahead.
Here was one of the first ones. She said, advice on how to get away from a narcissist husband.
Advice on how to get away from a narcissist husband. Give him a mirror, and he'll be. You won't have to. He'll forget all about you. No, I don't know, because I'm not an expert at getting away from narcissist. But if what you're trying to tell me is you have a narcissistic husband and you want to get away from him, the best way to get away from him is just the same way you would get away from anybody. You frickin' stop tolerating his ass, and you tell him immediately, and you make new arrangements, and you stop tolerating his narcissistic ass. That's what you do. And you do that, by the way, even if he's not a narcissist. There's no special way to get rid of a narcissist. You get rid of somebody very simply by making the decision that, hey, you're no longer allowed in my life. I'm not going to look at you or talk to you or think about you or allow you to fucking take one more second of my precious time. Boop. And you ignore that shit from there. Now, again, might he freak out on you? Might he turn into a stalker? Might he harm you in some way? He might. I don't know who you're talking about. So you have to be aware of that. And if you're like, well, that's why I'm asking. Well, I don't know. Again, I'm not a professional at dealing with narcissists, nor am I a narcissist. I've been called one, though. But I don't think I'm qualified to give you some clinical answer on how to get rid of a narcissist. But I would tell you that it's probably the same as how you get rid of anybody else. Okay? You make a decision, you deliver the bad news, and you move along. Next question.
All right, the other one on the relationship shit. She said, "Would you ever?" What that thing together?
What's funny is everybody that
You had a lot of girls in the comments there.
dude, everybody thinks I'm the relationship expert for some reason. I was out at the restaurant. I was out at a restaurant the other day, and literally, somebody recognized me and introduced me as, "Hey, this is the guy I follow on social media. He's the relationship guy." And I'm like, "How did I become a relationship guy?" But what's the question?
So that one, you're gonna like this one. Would you ever tell your kids about your spouse cheating through a divorce?
No.
There's that.
Yeah, I mean, again, dude, listen, I don't believe any parent should talk any negative shit about the other parent. Now, again, I've been victim and guilty of exactly what I'm telling you shouldn't do, because it's easy to talk shit about someone you can't stand anymore. It's easy to want your child to understand that you were the victim and that's the bad man. I wouldn't do that at all. Okay, I would always take the high road. I would say nothing but positive shit about your ex in front of his child or her child. Don't talk shit about an ex-wife. It doesn't matter who cheated. We're talking about a child here. Okay, take the high road. Let them understand that their parent is top notch, right? You don't want to talk shit about their parent, even if you can't stand them, even if they screwed you over and cheated on you and humped your sister. Like, it doesn't matter what they did. This is your child, that's their parent, and you should completely separate it. So my answer would be no, you should not tell you shouldn't tell your child anything negative about one of their parents.
All right, last question here. This guy started spitting some fire on here. It's a little bit interesting. According to quantum physics, time doesn't exist. So what is money? And they got going in the comments back and forth.
I got you. According to quantum physics,
Time doesn't
this is what the guy said. He said, according to quantum physics, time doesn't exist. So what is money? Well, if you're trying to be clever because time is money, well, again, time isn't necessarily money. What that phrase means is time equals money. It's not money. Time is time. And by the way, does time exist? Theoretically, it does, but not in the way we've constructed it. Like, in other words, we only have 24 hours in a day. Well, again, we could all agree that an hour is now 1 minute, and then we'd have 60 hours in a day. And it was just, all we'd have to do is change the definition of an hour. So at the end of the day, we can make it mean whatever we want it to mean. The question is man, if there's no real thing as time, then what's money? Money's an illusion, just like everything else. Like, everybody thinks there's a limited amount of money in this world. Dude, there's an unlimited amount of money. Money is delusional. Money is frickin', And again, you've seen countries where their economies crash and the money is literally littered all over the streets because it's absolutely worthless. It's paper. So again, time, that's an illusion. Money, that's an illusion. But I don't know. I think you're just trying to be clever, Mr. Commenter, to see what I'd say. But I don't really have an answer because there's no answer for it. If time is not real, what's money? Toilet paper. Money is a good thing to wipe your sphincter pipe with. So is a rabbit, by the way. There was a rabbit hopping through the forest, and a bear said, "Hey, rabbit, does shit stick to your fur?" And the rabbit said, "Oh, yeah." And so the bear grabbed the rabbit and wiped its ass. All right, let's go back to live callers. And then how long have we been doing this? What time is it? Shit, it's already 7:12.
We're an hour and 8 minutes.
All right, listen. Christoph deludes digital marketing. No, don't go there. Particularly enough instruction, cleaning, and real estate. Not sure what that is. Don't worry. And he'll be, "Hey, Brad, it's Jazz, and I'm 29 years old, and I have a partnership business with someone. It's a food and the gas, and now in the future, I'm looking at real estate, bidding, and contracts, and government jobs." That doesn't tell me anything. Colton asked about systematizing my business. Let's take Colton Olson, and then I'm done. Colton Olson, click talkie talk. Colton, My man Colton. Colton, what's cracking?
Hey, how's it going?
Dude, if I was any better, I'd be donuts. What's happening?
So I own a car detailing business, and I'll just get straight to the facts. The business is running me, so I want to get to a point where I can systematize it and hire out and scale out. So what, is there like a template for systematizing, or what would your advice be?
Yeah, I mean, my advice is you already know it. You're saying systematize. If you know what that means, you already have systems in place, don't you? They're just not documented and probably replicatable. But you already have systems in place, right?
Yeah, I just didn't know if I should do, if I were to hire somebody, should I do a video of what they should do, or should I do a paper document of what they should do, or I don't know.
It depends on your budget and all that, but I mean, again, a full motion interactive video to train the next million people that are going to do the job is probably the most ideal in a training system like ours, which is most ideal. But dude, a lot of people don't have budgets to create badass videos and whatnot, so the minimum is in writing, meaning if you don't know when you're hiring somebody what you expect from them, that needs to be written down. Why? Because dude, they need to know what you expect from them. So you need to write down on a piece of paper what you expect, how you're going to measure them, right? And literally how to do their job. So when you hand them this piece of paper, you can ask them, do you understand what it is I'm paying you for and what's going to happen if you can't or don't do it? And when they say yes, dude, you got a documented system in place. Now you can grow and scale that. Now over time you can make the video. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on where you are in life. But dude, listen, you already have a system. Once you do something more than once, it becomes, let's call it a system. So if I'm detailing cars and my system says, the first thing I do is spray on the soap. And then the next thing I do is, wash it down. And the next thing I do is this. And that's a system. Right. Even though it's not documented, it's still a system. It's still what you do and how you do it. Now the question is I want to grow and scale my company so I'm not a slave to my company. I want to be able to go on vacation, let the company run itself. Well, then somebody needs to know exactly how you do everything and what to do when something that occurs. Then you can leave your business. Why? Because they don't need you anymore. They already know what's in your head. So you get the IP, the intellectual property, out of your head onto a piece of paper so you can then give them the paper, confirm that they understand what's on the paper, and then you give them the job and you walk away and dude, you're now a business owner. See, a lot of people are owned by their business. They don't own the business owns them because they haven't done this. Correct. And they don't have these people. So when you get going and you're a solopreneur and you get this business cranking and you get started, what's the next step? Well, the next, obviously you want to make it profitable. Well, now it's going and you're like, well, shit, this is profitable. Now I'm going to grow it and scale it and build a business. Okay, what do I do first? Well, again, do you think it's smarter to hire somebody and then document it, or document it and then hire somebody?
Document it first, obviously.
See, there you go. See how easy this shit is?
But I guess the real fear is,
hey, by the way, when you say
somebody's going to run my hard work into the ground.
Colton, when you say but, what is at the center of every but?
You.
A hole. A stinky ass, crinkly starfish hole. And shit comes out of it. So when you say but, all I think about is a big old round, crinkly hole. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means I hate the word but. Okay? But what?
Okay.
Dude, there is no but. I just gave you the answer. Then you said, yeah, but. There's no but, bro. You're coming up with another scenario right now. What's the,
awesome.
What's the new scenario you want to know about?
I just fear that somebody's going to run my hard work into the ground.
Okay,
right?
so is, okay, listen, dude, trust me, a lot of us have the same problem. Like, you're not alone. That is not a crazy thought. That is what's called caution. That is what's called, fear. That's what's called, technically limited thinking. Okay, you are naturally leaning towards the scarce, meaning, oh, I don't want anyone to fuck shit up. Okay, so stay small.
Okay. That answers my question.
Exactly. And when you think about it, you're like, well, I ain't staying small. I don't want to stay small. Okay, then fucking hire someone and take the chance. Like, what's going to happen if they fuck up your hard work? You put the fucking hat back on yourself and you stop fucking up your business and you start fixing what he fucked up. But again, if you don't ever give it to anybody, you're going to stay small. You understand?
I do understand.
So, dude, you don't want to stay small. You want to get big as fast as possible. You want to get out of that company and you want to own a business, not a business owning you. So you have to find people. You have to turn it over. You have to delegate. So what are you waiting on? Well, I don't want anyone to screw it up. Screw what up, dude? You ain't got anything. What you're really worried about, hey, hold on, I ain't done. What you're really worried about is you don't want them to come along and screw up what you consider a business. And that's the difference, bro. You don't have a business. Right now you have a job. Okay, if you're doing everything yourself and it's just you and you're worried about someone else screwing that up, you're worried about screwing up a job. And I tell people all the time, dude, jobs are a dime a dozen. Don't worry about screwing up your job. Okay, hire somebody with a good attitude that wants to win, wants to succeed, wants the opportunity, and teach them exactly what you want from them, expect from them, and how to do it. That's all you have to do is say, here's what I want you to do, here's how I'm going to measure you, and here's how you do it. And then again, they got to convince you and trust you that they're the one. I mean, again, use your brain, talk to them, feel them out. But once you say, I feel good about this guy, my intuition says this guy can do everything I can do, maybe not as good, but guess what? It doesn't matter if they can do it as good. Can they do it 70% as good? And if you're like, yeah, they can do it, I bet you he could do it pretty good. Okay, all I need is pretty good. Because while that person's doing what I used to do or have to do myself, now I can do something else. And then I can do something else. And that's how you grow a business. And you keep replacing yourself. And next thing you know, you got a document for this, you got a document for that, you got a document for this. Pretty soon you put all those documents in a book, and that's called a run book. And now all of your systems and procedures are documented. So anybody now with this documentation can run your business. Now you start plugging in, leaders and managers, right? And then you get to screw off and go camping and fishing and hang out at the Montage. Were you the one at the Montage on the sign?
That was a different Colton.
Yeah, that was the last guy. Anyway.
We have one more question, and it's from you two.
Hey, listen, Colton, you got what I'm saying, dog?
I do.
All right,
and
now
I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
No problem, but here's what I'd tell you, dude. Quit being afraid of nothing, because the worst that happens is somebody screws up, which would cause you to jump back in there and fix it, which again is not impossible. They're not going to screw anything up because you haven't built anything yet. All you've done is found a profitable way to spend your time, but that's not a business, okay? A business is doing exactly what I'm talking about, and then pretty soon somebody could screw that up, but trust me, bro, by that time you'll have qualified people on your team and you'll be freaking rolling like a champ. Don't be afraid. Go out there and get somebody on your team, get them trained. Use Lightspeed, dude. Lightspeedvt.com. Go spin yourself up a training system. I'll help you.
Okay, I'll look it up.
All right, buddy.
Brad. Veronica from YouTube.
Veronica from YouTube.
She asks a very simple question. She goes, Brad, what's up with your acting career?
Veronica wants to know, what's up with my acting career? When you say what's up with it, within the next 3 to 5 years, I'm going to produce a movie or two, in which case I will be in it, and we will let the audience decide whether or not I have a career. That's what's up with my acting career. I'm going to fund a movie, a badass movie, by the way, and I'm going to put myself in it because I'll be the boss. And if the audience, the world, responds well and says, man, that was awesome, well, then I'll get more scripts and more opportunities and more offers from other filmmakers that, need to pay me. and then I'll have a career. Right now, I don't really have an acting career. But I like the call in now deal. Look at this. I like this look and feel here. Is this YouTube? I'm a little dark though. What is this, a night show? Hello everybody and welcome to Bradvice, where I share with you how to get the ladies. Anyway, I like that question though. That's what's up with the acting career. What else? You got any more questions on YouTube? We don't want to ignore YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok. Were you asking TikTok questions?
TikTok, yeah.
Someone asked.
Oh, wait, I got a great question.
Quick, what's the great question?
Will we ever see another Brad Lea and Grant Cardone podcast?
Will we ever see another Brad Lea and Grant Cardone podcast? Well, I would say yes. Yes, you will. If that's what you want, especially. But I think you will, one way or the other. I was going to grab him and ask him to come on my podcast right now while you're live. I was going to FaceTime him and or text him to see if he will agree to do it. But I'm sure he will. And yes, you will. You will see another Brad Lea, Grant Cardone podcast. Matter of fact, Grant is probably watching this right now.
This is one more question.
Grant follows me and watches everything I do silently, but he's watching. So again, Grant, come on, dude. The fans want us back together again. Come back on my podcast, son.
When is the real Brad Lea going to interview the top G?
The real Brad Lea is going to interview the top G as soon as the top G will allow the real Brad Lea to do so. I'd fly to Romania. So again, that's another one. Andrew Tate, like, dude, he's coming on my show one way or the other, even if I got to fly to him. And he already, like, he emailed me first to get on my show. Then he had some trouble, and you know, then he got freaking ultra famous. But he still will come on. It's just a matter of timing. So I don't know when, but I am getting your boy, the top G, and Tristan, by the way, dude. Freaking Tristan's a stud too, dude. I want them both on the show. They're a fucking, dude, I can't wait for that. That's going to be unbelievable. What else? Come on, commenters. We've been doing this a little too long. That phone's dying, by the way. What else? I like. Who likes the set, folks? Take a screenshot of this. Send it out on social media. Go crazy, this set. Let's get this show trending so I can take live calls. I think we're done with live callers, aren't we? Yes, we are. I'm going to turn that off. We're done with live callers, but that worked 1,000 times better. I like a few more in the comments, and then we'll shut her down. And by the way, from now on, Bradvice needs to be at the exact same time, at the exact same day, every single week, so people can count on it. And then we'll use the footage, chop it up, micro for the platforms, and then long form for YouTube, so they can rewatch them on YouTube. But the live call-in version, that's the best, man. You need to call in live so I can interact, and I'm going to get better at keeping them short and keeping them brief. But let's go with one more comment, and then I'm going to shut her down.
Brad, what's the biggest lesson we can take from lessons I've learned the hard way so you don't have to? What's the most important lesson, I guess you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I don't know. They're all pretty damn important. It's hard to pick. They're all very important, and each one will be equally valuable throughout your life. You know, when you first said that, I'm like, be authentic, you know, be yourself. Don't worry about other people. You know, then it was like, no, don't procrastinate, because procrastination's killer of most dreams. And it's like, no, actually don't take money over relation. No, that's not the right way. I mean, dude, there's so many lessons in that book that literally make a massive difference in one person's life that I can't tell you which is the best. They're all the best. And by the way, I mean, I didn't even put them all in there. Okay, one of these days there'll be a part 2, and you know, I'm saving the best for last. But since that question was so half-assed cheesy, let's get a real question.
What do you think about starting a life insurance agent business?
Again, guys, what do I think about starting a life insurance agent business? Guys, first of all, it's not called a life insurance agent business. But I will tell you this. I own the business that you're talking about. I started one. I recommend you start one. Everyone should start one. If you go right now, by the way, if you want to do it with me, go to bradley.com/let's go. bradley.com/let's go. And I will pay for your schooling so you can get the training to go pass for your license. But a license to sell life and health, okay, is like a license to print money, okay? The industry has made more millionaires than any other industry in the history of the world, which means you are more likely to be a millionaire selling insurance, financial services, than any other industry. So do I recommend that you do it? Well, yeah, I would recommend that you do it. I would recommend that everybody go and get their life insurance and health insurance license, because now you have a license to print money. Like, how many of you got a driver's license? How'd that work out? Okay, a license, my friend, if you qualify and you're smart enough to go get one, is valuable, especially in the financial services space. I can show people how to make $200,000-$300,000 a year without even frickin', breaking a sweat, but they got to have their license. So again, I highly recommend it. Now again, versus what? Versus, a movie star? Well, dude, I'd rather be a movie star than a life insurance salesman. But at the end of the day, you don't want to become a life insurance salesperson. You want to become a financial investment business, meaning multiple people. You want to change a lot of lives. You want to sell a lot of insurance, not just yourself. But that's called building a business. So yes, I think you should build a business. And yes, I think the financial services space is very credible. And if you want to do it with me, go to bradley.com/let's go. Love that. Just got a free plug. Anybody, by the way, anybody watching wants to get out of the rat race, go to bradley.com and fill out the application to work with me, because I will train people and give them a job. Or I will partner with people and set them up an insurance agency, a brokerage. Okay, I'll show you how to build that business in the insurance space. I'll hire you at one of my companies. Like, guys, if you're not making the money you guys want to make, and you really want to make a lot of money, and you're serious about it, trust me when I tell you, sales is going to be a part of it. You're going to need your mindset, your skill set, and your habits. And those three things, those three areas is all you need to focus on to grow. And then the question is how long will it take you? Not if it'll happen, how long will it take is the question. Some of you will do it quick because you're smarter than others. Some of you will take longer because you're not as smart, you're not as good looking, you're not as fit, you're not as privileged. Whatever the reason is, it takes some people longer than others. But it's not a question of if, it's a question of how long will it take. The question is do you want to do it? And if the answer is yes, it shouldn't matter how long it's going to take. If I said I'll give you $100 million, but it's going to take 9 years, are you going to go, oh no, I'll give you 3, but 9's too long? Hell no. You'd be like, I'm in. Okay, exactly. It doesn't matter how long. The question is if, right? And yes, the answer is yes, you will succeed. The question is how long, not if. Anyway, appreciate you guys for logging in. Hopefully you guys share this out, take screenshots, make it go viral. Now I got enough content. This is the third one we've done. You haven't seen the other 2 episodes because we haven't released them, because there was a sound issue on one and then this issue on the other. That's why we keep testing them. But pretty soon this is going to become a regular weekly show. So go subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my Instagram, subscribe to my TikTok, my Facebook, my LinkedIn. I don't do Snapchat. That's a cheater's website. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out. See, now you want to kill that. See you, TikTok. TikTok body rocking, doing the do. Thanks.